Hello. Every time I spend the first few seconds just hiding out of shot so I can do that. Something a bit different this week, a little change of scenery, and going to be talking about some books. I've been moving about some books since I moved and getting them in place, and reminding me that I have lots and lots of nice books. So going over those. Also, a few things that I've seen recently, new releases, just wanted to talk about. Nobody is out now in the UK and it's fantastic. Bob Odenkirk in a John Wick-ish kind of film, a lot of fun. One of the, I would say one of the best things out lately. I think I mentioned Spiral before, so I'm not a fan of that. A lot of people enjoying A Quiet Place Part 2. Personally, I thought it focused on the wrong things and left you too much time to think about the bigger failings, the bigger plot holes in the concept. So that's disappointing, but it's better than The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, because that is just weak. It's noticeable that James Wan is no longer directing. He, for all the criticisms you may want to level at him, rightly or wrongly, for the Waniverse and that kind of horror, he really lays out geography right and sets up scares really well. Conjuring 3 it's not scary enough. It feels overly familiar with the sort of ongoing potential court drama, and the Warrens just aren't very good leads for horror series. Like, I can't think of anyone else throughout horror that's so almost angelic in their goodness. And I think that many horror fans like their heroes or anti-heroes to be more fallible, more flawed, more interesting. But maybe that's just me. Lots of people like the Conjuring movies. First one's still solid, second one lesser so, especially when you know the sort of real events of the Enfield poltergeist. And this one's very much diminishing returns. But to the library section today. So, because I've been moving things about, these are massive. Will I even open this right? I did. I managed to bag this bad boy a while ago. It was a cause of a bit of an argument when the big poster that came with this was used for a while at my previous address and then damaged while I wasn't there. So that was unfortunate. But you know, these things happen. This is a lovely, lovely book. I could just sit here and smell the pages. I have no idea when I'll get to read any of these because they're so big. Like, it's not the type of book you can take in and read on your lunch break at work, which is what I'm currently finally doing with the last main volume in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. So that's what I'm reading at the moment, and I've just tucked this in the wrong way. Want to get it out, I'll put that there. I've also this comes with the still sealed the trailer show, so lots of fun to be had there. Oh, God, it's so nice, so nice. I've got all the extras. I've still got the postcards, and there's a door hanger somewhere, and I believe I still have the t-shirt that people just wonder why I'm going about with a t-shirt with what they see as a satanic symbol on it, basically because I can. I also managed to pick up this, The Ghastly Ones, which is to do with the films of Andy Milligan. Again, just a gorgeous, massive book. Again, no idea no idea when I will actually get to read this. But these are definitely on my reading list. Like, I don't get stuff just to have them. I know it seems that way sometimes, especially to my partner, but I do, you know, every movie I get, I intend to watch. Every book I get, I want to read. You know, we all know there's not enough hours in the day. And was it Waterstones? I think once I found this, and again, it's really densely packed. And if you're a Stanley Kubrick fan, it's highly, highly recommended. Just so much in there. I think it even has a chapter. I mean, it's got stuff on Napoleon. It's got stuff about AI there, and one or two other projects of note, and obviously covers the main films. Beautiful book. Stephen Thrower has written a lot of books. You should have Nightmare USA if you're a horror fan. Again, I could probably get away with reading that at work. I don't know, but it's bound to be a great read. The other ones I have by far, the main ones, but Jesus. There we go. Look at the work of Jess Franco, and this is not the kind of thing you can read on the bus, because it's based on an overview of the works of Jess Franco, and there are many photos dotted throughout that I hope you don't glimpse in too much detail on this YouTube video, because anyone can find this. I don't have many, unfortunately, many books by female writers, and that's something that again proliferates throughout the genre, but you really need to seek those out. One essential book is The House of Psychotic Women by Kelly Janice. It's just a fantastic look through genre movies, and has that biographical filter throughout, which is another high recommend, as I say, because it's not there are many great female writers out there. It's not as rare as it was, but for them to then get to the big book deals that all the guys seem to get, and the stuff that appears on Fab Press and different independent booksellers, it's something you have to seek out more. And we've all got sort of limited budgets, and I did spend a lot of time and money on these other books first, but I'd always known that Kelly Janice's book was like an essential purchase, so happy to have that. A mix of writers are in Scared Sacred from House of Leaves Publishing, and that's a nice little size for me to be able to read out and about, so I look forward to getting to that. I got in there with their crowdfunding campaign, so I also got Sacred Terror, which obviously covers similar territory, and if I remember right, oh yeah, this is signed by Douglas Kevin, so they will be an interesting read. I love Takashi Miike, so I had to get this. I bought this many years ago at the, I think it was the mini Fab Fest thing, the year that Dead by Dawn wasn't on in Edinburgh. I went with friends and then spent too much money. I got all of the DVD Delirium books. They were going for about $5 each. I think I won one of them as a gift, which I can't find at the moment, so I'm still looking for volume 1. Whether or not it's in a box somewhere or been placed on a different shelf, I'll have to find out. More inappropriate content if you're sitting on the bus. Behind the Pink Curtain by Jasper Sharp. I'm not even going to show any of these photos. They're bright and full of nudity. It is all about the history of Japanese sex cinema. And like, I've got the book on Mary Millington as well, and I've got the book on the Carry On movies. They're just, over the years, and I'm not saying this to justify looking at pervy photos in a big book. Over the years, horror and porn have generally been like ways in which studios have survived. Not necessarily porn per se, but the sex cinema, the when it comes to erotic films that have crossed over into the mainstream, or if it's just low budget studios that did that kind of thing for a long time and were always making money when the video rental market was, the big place to get it, or the the British sex comedies of the 70s, and Adventures of, Confessions of, that kind of thing was this little cottage industry, no pun intended. And Japanese sex cinema has that place because of the various directions that people would go within their career paths. So I think it's both sort of prudish and, a bit snobby to dismiss these things. I know, we're used to people dismissing horror movies, but it's even more common to dismiss sex films because they're sex films. But there are probably some smaller studios that are happy they could create that output and keep business turning over, while others may have gone through more difficult times. So, it's all worthy of being placed within the context of cinema over, the past century plus. I mean, I kind of felt I had to. I've had this a while. It'll be a nice, easy read. There's nothing much that I think fans don't know about Friday the 13th. The same as I got this, you can tell by the wrapping, this was an ex-library book. You can also tell by the page in there. But I really wanted to get Return of the Living Dead. If I remember right, it has some notes on the sequels. And does it mention the... Yeah, it mentions parts 4 and 5, which I'll be interested to read about a lot more so than I was interested in watching. They're not good. The Evil Dead Companion, another thing that kind of got lost, so I had to replace this. A little small copy, good little read, and once again, I don't think there's too much that fans necessarily don't know, but it's a good one to have if you're a fan of the films. Also, if you're a fan of zombie movies, obviously Book of the Dead. I've had this in my collection for a long time. Zombie movies are something that I'll always watch, even terrible ones. Zombie movies and shark movies, and zombie shark movies. A very different tangent. Funky Bollywood. I have a blaxploitation book as well. Funky Bollywood covers stuff that I would look forward to exploring. It's definitely not something I'm overly familiar with, but the few that I've checked out, I've actually enjoyed. And yeah, people should check them out. Even, I've often mentioned Mahakal, which is Monster. It's basically the Indian ripoff of A Nightmare on Elm Street, with extra 1 or 2 moments of someone really pretending to be Michael Jackson while they do a song and dance number. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. And last but not least, I've got a couple of Western books. One signed by Franco Nero, which isn't this one. This is Renegade Westerns. So I look forward to checking that. Very nicely done. This is Any Gun Can Play, and as you can see, Franco Nero. I mean, it's also signed by Kevin Grant, but Franco Nero. Lovely, lovely stuff. Westerns are another kind of, not a blind spot, but took me a long time to get into Westerns, modern Westerns, and their kind of revisionist approach helped, because I think a lot of us grew up at a certain time where if we were visiting our grandparents on the weekend afternoons was either kind of horse racing or old Westerns. It would have just been old, I think what they call programmers, just like fillers. So never the best of the genre. But you know, now without that childish impatience and just wanting the horse chases or the gunfights, I enjoy exploring more. I've really got to delve into spaghetti westerns, you know, beyond the Dollars trilogy. So there's that, and there's, you know, so many different types to check out there, and a lot of them with, is it Spencer? Is it the duo, you know, the Amigos. I think Bud Spencer and, God damn it, I've forgotten the other guy's name, and I'm pretty sure I just saw a photo of him in here. Ah well. You know, I've seen Django. I think I saw one of the Spencer, and I can't believe I've forgotten his name. It's not coming back to me at all. So you can please remind me. I'll just go on IMDb it in a minute. But yeah, I've seen one of their films. So there's so many more to explore. But the point of this video was not me forgetting names of actors who've starred in many westerns. It was just a sample of books that I'm really fortunate and happy to have owned. And you know, if you have any recommendations, then please mention them. If you have any writers that you're looking to specifically recommend, I've got, you know, Nightmare Movies and the Video Dungeon books by Kim Newman as well, that I think are just a great read. Nightmare Movies is especially essential, I think, for any horror fans' bookshelf. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed a look at some of the nice books, and I hope some of you out there have one or two of these and treat them with the love that they deserve. That's it. Bye.